Hello everyone. So this is our part 5th of chapter is matter around us pure for class 9th. So in this chapter we are going to discuss about the solubility of a gas in liquid, then factors affecting the solubility of gases, Henry law, applications of Henry law. So in the previous chapter we have discussed about the solubility of solid substance in a liquid, that is a solid solute in a liquid. So now solubility of gases. At a given temperature and maximum pressure, the amount of gas that can be dissolved in a specified amount of solvent is known as solubility of a gas. This is the same way that is the solubility of a solid solute. That is, at the particular temperature and pressure, what makes a liquid saturated with that particular solute, whether it may be a gas or maybe a solid, it makes its solubility. So it is a maximum amount of a gas that can be dissolved in the specified amount of solvent at particular temperature and pressure. Now, factors affecting the solubility of gases. The first factor is nature of solute and solvent. The principle is like dissolves like is applicable also for the gases. That is, polar gases like HCl and ammonia are highly soluble in a polar solvent like water, while oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, being non-polar, is less soluble in water. We will discuss this polarity and non-polarity in higher classes. Effect of temperature. The volume of given mass of a gas increases with increase in temperature. Therefore, volume of a given mass of gas dissolved in solution also increases with increase in temperature, so that it becomes impossible for a solvent to accommodate gaseous solute in it and the gas bubbles out. This is totally opposite to that of the solid solute. In the solid solute, if you increase the temperature, most of the time the solubility increases. But in the case of gases, as we all know that if we increase the temperature, that it makes the more amount of kinetic energy. There will be more movement of particles, and more the movement, so that they can escape easily. So it means bubbles of gases come out, and hence the solubility of a gas in a liquid decreases with increase in the temperature. You can clearly see there at low temperature that more amount of gas particles are there in the liquid, but at high temperature they are randomly moving here and there, and so they move out. Solubility of gases in liquid decreases with increase in temperature. Next effect is pressure. Gases are highly compressible in nature, so we can compress it and make them soluble in liquid. Hence, solubility of gases is greatly influenced by the change of external pressure of the gases. Increase in external pressure increases the solubility of gases. From these 2 points, we conclude that the solubility of gases and the solubility of solid solute is totally opposite. In case of solid, pressure doesn't play any effect. But in case of gases, pressure plays a very important effect. You can see there the pressure effect. There are less amount of gaseous particles at the normal pressure in liquid. Piston moves down, it means the pressure is increasing and the volume is decreasing. The more amount of these red dots, that is the gaseous particles, are dissolved in that particular liquid. So gases being highly compressible, so that the solubility increases with increase in the pressure. Next effect is addition of soluble salt. This is a very common effect. We have seen this thing. Suppose if we are drinking a Coke, you just add some pinch of salt in it. What will happen? The excess amount of gas will come out. So we can conclude that solubility of a dissolved gas is suppressed when a soluble salt is added to the solution. Example we have when a table salt is dissolved in any carbonated drink, the solubility of carbon dioxide in soft drink decreases and the carbon dioxide escapes out, providing the effervescence. You can clearly see there, this is a Coke bottle. If you put some salt in it, excess amount of gas will move out. You can clearly see a bubble formation this side. Next we have Henry's law. The law states that the solubility of a gas in a liquid at constant temperature is proportional to the pressure of the gas above the solution. So this law gives you the idea between the pressure and the solubility of a gas. Let S be the solubility of a gas and P is the pressure of the gas in the atmosphere. Now you can see there. So there the less pressure is there, the gases are the low pressure. So in a liquid solvent, the particle which is dissolved in the gases are very less. These are the dissolved gas molecules which are less. These are the molecules in the air. So gas molecule can enter the liquid and become dissolved if you increase the pressure like this. You increase the pressure, gas particles are more inside the liquid. So when gas is compressed, gas molecule enters the liquid more frequently, so more are dissolved. So we can say that as the pressure increases, the solubility of a gas particle increases at that particular constant temperature. So this is all about the Henry's law. So if S is your solubility and P is your pressure of the gas, so according to Henry's law, S is directly proportional to P. So if you remove this proportionality sign, we will introduce the Henry's constant, that is Kh, and this Kh depends upon the nature of gas. Of course, this is a polar gas or a non-polar gas, nature of a solvent, and depending upon the temperature. So this law is applicable only for the constant temperature. Now, first application is marine life, like fishes prefer to stay at the lower level in the sea. So this is because of the two facts. We all know that these marine life, that is fishes and all the other marine lives, they require dissolved oxygen in water for their survival. Now, at the surface of the sea, the temperature is very high because of sun and pressure is low. As you go deep down, the temperature decreases and pressure increases, which enhance the dissolvent of oxygen. So at the top, because of high temperature and low pressure, there is low oxygen, and at the bottom or lower sea level, temperature decreases, pressure increases, so there is more oxygen. So fishes or marine life is more prominent in lower sea level than that of the surface. Second, to increase the solubility of carbon dioxide and soda water, the bottle is sealed under high pressure. We all know that if you just open up any cold drink, any carbonated drink, you get a fizz. This is because of the high amount of pressure which is used to increase the solubility of carbon dioxide in the soft drink or in soda water. At high altitude, the partial pressure of oxygen is less than that at the ground level, because atmospheric pressure is low, and low blood oxygen causes anoxia. So as you increase above the sea surface, that is, if you are a mountaineer, if you increase above the sea level, the pressure decreases. There is less atmospheric pressure. So pressure decreases, which means that the solubility of gas or solubility of oxygen also decreases. We will not be able to breathe that much amount of oxygen. So if we are not able to breathe the oxygen, there will be a low level of blood oxygen, so which causes anoxia, and we may faint, and we may feel some sort of breathlessness, or we will not be comfortable in that particular scenario. Fourth is to avoid bands, that is painful effects during the decompression of scuba divers. Oxygen diluted with less soluble helium gas is used by the sea divers in order to avoid bends. This is again when you go deep down, that is the amount of pressure increases. So if you have a cylinder full of oxygen, that you will breathe up ending more amount of oxygen, which is a harmful thing. So oxygen cylinders are mixed with the helium, that is the inert gas, and along with the nitrogen gas in order to avoid that particular band. The divers need to get back to the surface in a very slow manner. If they get back to the surface very quickly, they will develop bands. Bands are nothing but the bubbles of nitrogen which are trying to escape from the blood vessels. So that causes bends. Mostly bends causes, you can say, a very pain effect in your joint, or they may sometimes come out through your skin also, which causes some rashes. So this is all about the today's lecture. In the next lecture, we will discuss about the suspension and its properties, colloidals and their properties, questions and MCQs, and different hot questions. So if you have any doubt, you all know that you can WhatsApp on this number 98960 The best way to learn from this chapter, just pause your video, rewind it, listen it again and again, and prepare your handouts or your short notes. So that's all for today. Take care. Bye bye. Subscribe, comment, and share and like the channel.